Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my full in-depth makeup routine. I get a lot of compliments on my makeup, and I haven't posted like an updated one and it's kind of changed, so yeah. So I'm breaking out a lot, so there's going to be a lot more concealer than normally used, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, first I always start off with my CeraVe moisturizer. You don't have to get the exact same one, but I just love this one. Like this one just helps me feel the most moisturized, if that makes sense. Wow, I put a lot. So I do mostly it on my nose because my nose peels a lot. Okay, and we're gonna ignore the giant pimple on my chin. Okay? We don't talk about that. But I don't know, a lot of my friends get surprised when I say I have like acne scars or acne, so I'm assuming that means I'm doing my makeup well, if it like hides it that well. Okay, so kind of let that dry. We're always gonna start off with our lashes first. So I have the e.l.f. Pro eyelash curler. To curl my eyelashes, I grab it, I press it right against my like line, I curl, I let go to make sure it's in the right position I want it. Once it looks good, you're gonna grip it again, same spot, same thing, and curl them all the way up. You push it back and then forward so that they'll stand up. When you release, they should just stand up like that. You're gonna then brush it out with a spoolie, and then get ready to have these mascaras, okay? You're gonna get your MCO Beauty Extend Black Lash Mascara. This stuff is really good. But I don't know if that's because I have long lashes, but like my eyelashes hold a curl. Okay, so you're gonna brush them lightly with a light coat, okay? Really get in the inner corner too, because you wanna get every single eyelash. Then you're gonna brush the back. And yes, they should clump up, okay? But this is all a trust the process. Once they clump up, you brush them through again. And do this like 2-3 times. Because we're gonna use a different mascara soon. So, we're gonna do it, I think, one more time. I think we only need to do it one more time today, because they're super brushed through. Always make sure you use the spoolie first and brush your lashes in the way you would want the mascara to go on. I promise it's such a big like change in your lashes, just curling them and then brushing them out with a spoolie before you apply mascara. So here's the finished product with the MCO Beauty. Then you're going to get your Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I have the mini, but I got this a while ago. It's really good. You're going to brush, hang on. So you're going to just literally just brush them up straight. And then you're gonna brush behind them. Just like that. And I like kind of wiggle the mascara brush. And then you're gonna get the outer lashes and bring them out so that your eyelashes look more fanned out. Okay, this is what they should look like. In the end, obviously, like, there's still some clumps, so I'm either gonna get those out. So I'll come back when I'm done with both eyes. Now that my eyelashes are done, we're gonna let the mascara dry as we do our makeup. So first we're gonna start off with concealer. I use the Maybelline Instant Eraser, but when I run out of that, I usually use the Morphe Filter Effect. I use the shade 144. Basically, I do it underneath my eye like this. You do a lot, okay? You want full coverage. Then I do a circle here where my acne scars are. I do a line here. I do it under my eye. Over here, another circle here. And then on my chin, like this. Alright. Then, you're gonna get your color corrector from e.l.f. I use the shade Peach. You're gonna look a little crazy at first. And you're just gonna do a little triangle right here on, I believe this is your temple. I'm not 100% sure. Then I'm gonna get my Beauty Blender and my Milani Make It Last Matte Setting Spray. I spray my Beauty Blender 2 times. And then I just like blend it underneath my eyes, right here. And it gives like the foundation effect even though you're not wearing foundation, if that makes sense. Okay. And then if I feel that it's not like enough coverage, I add more concealer. Because, yeah. I feel like there's not enough on this side, so I'm gonna add a little more. Same with this side. I'm also going to put a little bit on my nose. I don't recommend putting a lot on your nose. At least for me, because it gives like a weird color difference kind of thing. So. Okay. Yeah. Then you're gonna get this little beauty blender. And you're just gonna blend the color corrector out. I recommend blending fast because the color corrector kind of dries. I don't know if that's because I'm running out or not though, but yeah. Anyways, next we're gonna go in with your Merit Beauty bronzer stick. I use the shade Leo. And you're just gonna go in and you're gonna kind of give yourself a jawline. So I do 2 stripes there. 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side. 2 stripes. 1, 2, 3. So you should look like this. Then I get this brush and I just swipe it back and forth. And then I brush down. Back and forth, down. And then do this side. Perfect. You're gonna look crazy at first, but like the finished product is always so amazing. Yeah. And when I blend it, I put my tongue to the roof of my mouth to give the jawline effect. If that makes sense. I feel like it does. Next, we're gonna go in with blush. You're gonna go in with the Benetint in the original shade. I'm assuming everyone knows what that is. I do 20 stripes. And I get this brush from Ulta. I've been using this since I think I was 8. It is my #1 brush. And you just blend it out. It's gonna look really shiny, but do not worry. Once again, trust the process. It should be like a big circle at first, and then I kind of blend it down and then up all the way to my eyebrow. Just like that. Okay? Once you're done with that, we're gonna go into powder. I get my e.l.f. HD powder, or for school, I use the Revlon Color Stay. But now that it's summer, we use the e.l.f. one because we need a little more We need a little more coverage. I kind of just spilt it all over my desk. It's fine, we'll just get it off our desk. And I powder underneath my eye and then all over my cheek. You're gonna do the same thing again, underneath your eye, and then all your whole cheek. And then my chin, and then my nose. I like to look matte. If you don't like to look matte, then I don't recommend this much powder. And then, of course, my forehead. I have a combination of oily and dry skin. So in certain spots it'll be dry, but it can also be oily in some spots, which will cause it to look shiny, and I don't really like that. Just make sure you blend your powder all the way into your hairline, otherwise you're just gonna have some weird shiny spots. Okay, once you're done with that, your face should look like this. Next, you're gonna go in with more blush, okay? I use a lot of blush. I have blush blindness. The pro about having blush blindness, though, is it lasts all day. You're gonna go in with the Milani Wild Rose powder blush in the shade Wild Rose. It's their rose powder blush in the shade Wild Rose. And I don't do a lot of this, okay? Okay, once you're done with that, you're gonna get your Rare Beauty powder blush in Joy. You're gonna get a highlighter blush, because if you don't know, these have a little shimmer in them. Okay, and I just get the tip like that, and then I just brush it on my cheek. And you gotta do the little smile. Oh, I dropped my blush. Okay, then I blend it out with my finger so it doesn't look splotchy. Last blush, Merit Beauty in the shade Persimmon. This might be my favorite blush yet. It's so like warm toned, which I really like. So I start at the top of my eyebrow and then I move down. I do my nose, my chin, and then my forehead. Okay. Then once you're done with that, you're going to get your Milani Matte Setting Spray, shake it. I spray it all over my face and then dry it. Final step, micellar water, Q-tips. This is why I do my eyelashes first. They usually take me the longest. The longest it's taking me to do my eyelashes is 15 minutes. Anyways, I get some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I just wipe it off. So, don't mind my brother and his friends in the background. I like to make sure that they look even before I decide, is this how I want them to look for the whole day? Let's see. I'd say they look pretty even. This side could use more like separating, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. The finished product of my lashes is, honestly, they look really good. Things we need to do. The Essence Pure Nude highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight. I get this little brush. You get in the middle and do your nose right here. The bridge of your nose here. And then your inner corners. Just like that. Okay, once you're done doing that, you're just gonna get your little mascara. I recommend the Benefit Bad Gal Mascara. And you're just gonna brush your bottom lashes lightly. Try not to get it on your actual skin. Just on your lashes. Okay. I kind of like move it back and forth too. Okay? I'll get you guys when I'm done. Lastly, I just get my e.l.f. brow thing, and I just use the spoolie side, and I just brush my eyebrows. And then that's your final makeup look. So good. Anyways, yeah, my makeup routine. I love you guys so much. Jesus love you. Bye.